So apparently our girl MB over here has been ringing over the reactors. I heard apparently she got kicked out of Oh Lord It's Jody's live stream and got blocked. And I also heard that her ex-bestie Alexis joined Oh Lordy It's Jody's membership too as well. So yikes. Anyways, let's listen to what MB has to say about the reactors. Oh, and I also want to say that I cut out a whole bunch of the other nonsense questions. I didn't really care a lot about those. I just wanted to get to the meat and potatoes of her grievances.
I feel like I have talked about this in every language known to mankind. It's because it's fun to hate the fat girl. Not only that.
All right, MB. Right off the gate, you're lying. Lies and pause, honey. Lies and pause. You don't speak any other languages. You barely speak English. Like, if you spoke other language, then I would understand why you barely speak English, but you only speak English, barely. But what other languages have you said this?
But it's fun to hate Amber Lynn. It's fun to call her a liar. It's fun to create rumors around her. It's fun to nitpick. There has been a whole community of people that have created this safe environment for them. Safe for them, not for me. But there's a whole community that feels safe for them because they're leaving their own worlds where they're stressed out or they're depressed or they're going through this or that, and they're attacking the fat chick.
Well, MB, at least step one is that you acknowledge why people do what they do. As far as lying, MB, you're the biggest liar. You are the biggest liar. As we're going to continue, I'm going to have to point out your lies, but they don't dislike you because you're fat. I hate you when you fat bitches say this. They don't dislike you because you're fat. That is not a crutch. Like you try to say you have BPD, HPV, whatever, as a crutch. No. They dislike you because you're unlikable, because of your actions, because of shit that you did on the internet, honey. It's not because you're fat.
Everyone else in the world can be normal humans and make all the mistakes, and that's okay. Yes, there will be judgment, but like me, I will make the same mistakes and people will attack me for a decade about something I did a decade ago. It's never going to change.
Amberlyn, most people do not put their personal life on the internet for some shekels. Okay? Most people, yes, we all make mistakes, but we don't put our mistakes and our whole entire lives on the internet for shekels. You do that. So therefore, you open yourself for ridicule every single day. Stop putting your personal life on the internet, and then people will have nothing else to say. But you box yourself in. You need to put stuff on the internet to keep people interested on your channel and what do you have to say. Otherwise, guess what? No more shekels for you. See, you cannot box yourself in. So it is your fault.
I have to literally embrace it and accept it. What is something that you think isn't fair that the haters or reaction channels have done? So kind of like what I was talking about just now, they've created a whole community that thrives on talking badly about me. It's simply more than the typical like, oh, every YouTuber gets hate. It's way more than that. Have you had any BPD episodes in your current relationship with Tommy? I have, yes. Do you bring food into the bedroom sexually? I don't. I think one time, like in a past relationship, I might have like licked whipped cream off of somebody. Are you happy?
Ew, Amber, that's gross. You're like 34, 35 years old. You're really mentally stunted, aren't you? I haven't watched your stuff in a minute. You're really mentally stunted. Nobody needs to know your bedroom paralysis, honey. Like, this is not high school. We don't care. It's gross. Ew, cut it out.
Having any negative thoughts towards starting semaglutide again? I am, because I don't like medicine. You guys know that. Like, I'm scared to take a simple ibuprofen sometimes. Like, my negative thoughts are very, what if something bad happens to my pancreas? Or what if I do get thyroid cancer? Or what if I get really, really bad side effects? What if it kills me? Like, I literally think the worst.
Okay, with that, I have a question that I need you to answer, Amber. Aren't you afraid at the rate that you're eating yourself to an early grave will kill you? Aren't you afraid of that? And to answer partially part of that question, Amber is never ever fully gonna lose weight because this is her content. If she fully loses weight, you guys, she would have to change her content. She's not willing to do that. This is so much easier. Stop asking her about going back to Ozempic, whatever the F that thing is called. This is her content. crying about not being able to lose weight, giving up on losing weight. I'm going to eat whatever I want. See, this is her whole entire content. What motivation does she have to actually lose weight? Think about it. She's not, because this is part of her content.
I really do think that semaglutide is a great tool for me. So I shoved down those negative thoughts. And that's the very reason why that this is now the third time I've done it. And it's like each time makes sense of why I stopped it. I never stopped it because I didn't enjoy it. Like I genuinely loved being on semaglutide where it's like the food noise was gone. I didn't really feel that hungry. Like that feeling is so nice. Like
I would like to call some lies on this part, you guys. I'm calling lies. She does not like it because it inhibits her from eating. And I highly doubt that she slowed down on her eating. You know, she hated it because it slowed her down on her eating, and she quit it because she still ate the same amount and probably even more, and it made her even more uncomfortable, which is why this whole Ozempic, semaglutide, whatever it's called, is never going to work. She's never going to go back on it. If she does, it will only be for content.
I genuinely love it, I'm not gonna lie. And it's because like every day of my life, since I was just a little girl, I've always turned to food. Like that's just what I did. I always think about it, whether it's because I'm happy, so let's celebrate and eat, or I'm depressed, so let's eat because I'm sad. Like just, it's annoying. So it's nice not to feel that way because it's like, it's a new feeling. What was...
You know what, Amber, what's gonna help you with that, with your food noises? Therapy. You need to go to therapy to have a better relationship with food. Semaglutide, Ozempic, whatever, whoever, is never going to work unless if you go to therapy and learn to have a better relationship with food. Jeez. Oh, ew. Oh my God, you guys. I spared you. You're welcome. Somebody asked a question about kissing Tammy. Ew. We don't need to know that. We're not 15. This is not middle school. Crows, Amber, grow up. And then somebody else asked her if they had sex the first time they met. Ew, crows, Amber. We don't need to know that. This is not high school. You see, this is why people make fun of you, Amber. This is why people make fun of you. Jesus. Anyway, so we'll move on to the next question.
Do you want to marry Tommy? Oh, I'm marrying Tommy. Do you truly...
Oh, Lord, you guys, that's the part I left in because I wanted you guys to hear by your own ears. Oh, Lord. My tree trunk is going to marry Tammy. Let's hope that Tammy dumped her. I have a feeling that Tammy dumped her. We gotta save my tree trunk. I need to come up with a better pet name for Amber. But tree trunk will do for now. You guys, she wants to marry Tammy. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, goodness.
I believe Zachary Michael needs you to maintain the amount of money he currently is making on YouTube. I love the way that this question is worded because I don't think Zach needs me in the sense of like to keep his YouTube channel or to keep some views afloat, nothing like that. Like he doesn't need me in that sense. Like he could post anything and get some views. I do stand by that. But with the amount of money that he is currently making, he needs me. He needs my videos. Yes, without a doubt, 100%. I do believe that. Like it's just a...
I mean, I don't know, but from what I've seen, Zachary Michael has been diversifying, unlike a lot of other reactors. From what I've seen, Zachary Michael, actually Amber, has been diversifying his content, which is smart on his behalf. Honestly, that's really, really smart on his end.
Really weird coincidence to me that like when I take weeks off, and I've done it a few times recently, let's hope that doesn't happen anytime soon, but it's just really weird to me that when I take weeks off, all of a sudden, Zachary Michael is going through mental health problems and he can't post and he doesn't know what to post and he doesn't feel motivated. Oh, but the minute Amberlynn Reed posts, there's his reaction.
Okay, Amber, now I'm gonna have to be an asshole here. You're a douchebag. Zachary Michael was going through a breakup, and I believe him and Noah were together for like years and years and years and years. And if you have somebody for that long, of course he had to deal with his mental issues, Amber. Remember, you also want people to give you grace of your BPD, HPV, and whatever BPD you have going on. You expect people to give you grace, but now it's okay to make fun of somebody else's mental health. See, this is why you and my Canadian bacon piss me off. You know, it's okay for you guys to fight back. But the way you do it is, in a way, sometimes it pisses me off. Give other people the same grace that you want to be given to you. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's just, it doesn't make sense. Actually, yes, it does. He needs me. Do you strike reaction channels? I striked a couple reaction channels years ago. And I'm telling you, do not let any reaction channel lie to you because I stopped watching a certain reaction channel. I'm not even going to say their name because they don't even deserve for me to say it. But there's a certain reaction channel out there that is making their audience believe that I am striking their channel. And I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm going to give you a little tea. When your channel is striked, you know exactly who did it because it tells.
Okay, I have no idea. Who the hell is she talking about that she struck the channel? Oh, and MB, my tree trunk, the word is struck. Struck. Who is saying that MB struck that channel? Did I miss this one? When did this happen?
Tells you who did it. So I think people need to start looking around a little bit and stop calling Amberlynn Reed the liar and look at their favorite reaction channels. They will do anything to make you dislike me because it validates their content and it keeps you coming back. Wow, you guys, I don't know how I did it, but I answered 100 questions.
Okay, so that was it for that questionnaire. And this one for the last leg is from the previous questionnaire that she did.
And Bill would not want to be skinny. My favorite body type is like chunky, like curvy, like thick thighs, like good hips, pretty big butt. I don't want to be skinny for me.
So, okay. So if I'm understanding this correctly, the only way MB, my tree trunk, is going to be losing weight is not going to be for herself. You don't necessarily have to be skinny or a toothpick to be healthy, by the way. Just want to put that out there. But what I'm saying is the only way she is going to lose weight is if she is with a partner that prefers a slender body. This is the only way MB is going to lose weight.
I think every body type is beautiful. Skinny, chunky, fat, whatever it may be. Like, I think you are absolutely gorgeous. But for myself, like, I want some curves. I want some meat. I want my partner to grab onto my chunk. What? When is the last?
Okay, I can't help you guys. I have to say this. MB, this is not chunk, honey. This is morbid. There's a difference between a chunk and a patch. This is morbid. Morbidly obese, honey. We need to lose weight.
Last time you watched Karina Kaboom? I'm telling you, the last time I watched her, I think was during live stream era. 3 X's ago, like even before Feline. I don't like that woman. I hate everything about that woman. Like, no tea, no shade, but what is going on with her? I chose to be like, I cannot do this anymore. Like, she puts me in the biggest negative headspace. So I said, I'm actively removing myself from this situation, and I have not watched her since. So it's literally been years. Are you?
Wow, she really dislikes Karina, huh? What did Karina do to her? I haven't watched Karina for a while either, so I have no idea. Anybody know what Karina Kaboom did to her? I don't understand.
Will you get another pet anytime soon? No, absolutely not. I'm still waiting for Rarity to come home.
Okay, Amber. Listen here, my tree trunk. I think you're fully aware that Rarity is never gonna reappear, aren't you? How is Rarity going to come home if you're not out there looking for her, huh? Oh, and you guys, this is an aside. Apparently, according to Alexis, she was in Jody's live stream. She said she offered to drive Amber around to look for Rarity, and Amber declined when Amber was, whatever stage she was in. Amber declined. So this tells me that Amber knew that there was no way in heck they were going to find Rarity. Interesting. So Amber let 2 cats out. Interesting. So you guys, there was a part in here where she goes on a tangent about some twins that they lied and blah blah blah. Nobody cares because they're skinny. It's like, no honey, it's not that. I guess it depends on how big the lie was. I don't know who these people are. I don't really care. My question now to Amber is, did they lie about being essayed? And did they lie about DV when they're the ones who were perpetuating, when they were the ones who were the perpetrators of the DV? Did they do that? Because Amber, as I remember correctly, you're the one who falsely accused somebody of SA, and you're actually the one who was committing DV to more than one partner. So yeah.
That one video that I made 8 years ago where I was like, yeah, these are the few things that I've lied about and here are the reasons why I've done it. That has haunted me. Like there's no tomorrow. Like, people still to this day bring it up, and it's been like 8 years now. But Nikki and Gabby lied about even worse and even more, and people are just gagged. We're just gagged. Oh my God. And like, nobody cares. I'm like,
oh my God, listen here, my tree trunk. People didn't care about the small little lies that you talked about, honey. People lied because you accused falsely. Let's remind you, falsely accused somebody of SA, Amber. Remember Eves and Teardrop and Eves or whatever the hell that stupid poem was about? And then you continue to accuse other people of DV, and it turns out that you're the one who was committing all of these DV on your partners, Amber. People didn't care about your small little tiny lies. That's what most people are really, really pissed off about. The mental gymnastics you must go through on a daily basis. How are they not hurting your brains, dear? How are they not hurting your brain?
I don't know what planet, as Yo Mama says, am I in the upside down? Like, am I in the upside down? Am I living in the upside down right now? And as a viewer, like,
MB, your whole life is an upside down dream. Just like my Canadian bacon, you are one of those few people that manage to fail upward. You know, you're one of those people who manage to fail upward, but it seems to me like you're failing upwards is coming to a stop. That's what I'm seeing from both of you. So I see now you're both in attack mode because it makes me wonder what's really going on. Like, are the views not fantastic? What's going on? You falling upward is not working anymore. It's come to a stop, but now you're actually falling downward like most people. Is that what's going on?
I'm hurt. I'm like, what? You lied about all of that, and all of that was fake and like orchestrated. And I'm just like, what is going on? I can't be the only one that's upset, but according to how everyone's reacting, everyone's totally fine with it. Totally cool. You know what? You're skinny, you're beautiful. Go ahead and lie. It's totally fine. Why do you nervously laugh around Tommy so much?
Jesus Christ. And again, my tree trunk is not because they're skinny and they're beautiful. It depends on the size of the lie. Your lies are atrocious, MB. Your lies are horrendous. That's why people are upset with you. It's not because you're morbidly obese. It's nothing to do with it. Get that through your thick skull.
I'm never nervous around Tommy. When I'm laughing around Tommy, it's because I'm happy. Like, I'm genuinely like so happy. I just can't stop laughing. That's a good sign. Like, I want to continue smiling. I want to continue laughing. I want to continue joking. Like, Tommy isn't just my lover, my partner, my this, my that. She is my best friend. And
you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but when MB decided or attempted to move herself in at Tommy's house, didn't she look horrible? I remember seeing a snippet of her filming at Tommy's dining room table. I guess it wasn't in the basement, but dining room table. Didn't she look like she haven't slept for days? And this was before she let the cat out, so Tommy would let it stay there. Didn't she look like she didn't sleep for days, or was it just me? Did I imagine that?
I want to always have fun with her, even doing stupid things like trying eggnog, and I'm just like giggling like a schoolgirl. It's because I'm happy. Like, she genuinely makes me feel good when I'm around her, and I want it to stay that way. Are you still friends with Alexis, and can we get an update on that? We are still friends. We are not as close as we used to be. I think that I do have like a wall up, and I think she knows. Obviously, like, the trust there due to the betrayal, like, there's no trust there, you know? And I think she knows that, and I think she feels bad, but I think she's being patient and she's being understanding and she's being kind and just like not forcing anything, which is what I appreciate. Like, I genuinely care about Alexis and I love her, and I know she feels the same for me. So I'm glad that I was able to forgive her and we were able to hang out quite a few times and like have a great time. But I think it's gonna take a while before things ever get back to how they were, if they ever.
Haha, perfect time for this meme. So, yes, darling, she must have pre-recorded this before Alexis started hanging out in Jody's live stream. So, hey, darling, I hate to tell you this. Alexis despises you at this point. She does not like you. She has been going into Karina Kaboom, Jody's, and I think somebody else's comment section, telling on you that she does not like you anymore, and she got herself a membership to Jody's channel. You're welcome.
Do. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers right now? Life Plus Cindy, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I love her videos. Pink Vlogs, which is Pink Sparkles, but her vlog channel, and also Yo Mama. So I'd say those are my top 3 right now. How big is your bush? I have a dainty bush.
Oh, yes. Peace deliver sound. MB, listen here, hon. You haven't seen that bush since you're like what? I'll be nice to you, say since you're like 1920. Honey, how do you know? You haven't seen that thing since 1860, okay? How would you know?
If you could ask Jordy one single question and have him answer honestly and without bias or trying to impress his audience, what question would you ask him? Honestly, there's a lot. I have a whole interview I could give him, trust. Jordy, hello. I know you're watching. I know you're watching by yourself first, and then you like to watch again while you're reacting, which is weird because why can't you just watch the first time during your reaction? Is it because you have to think of things to say?
Okay, MB, fair question, fair question. So let me ask you this. How many times did you practice this questionnaire that you gave yourself? How many times did you re-record and re-record until you got it correctly? Huh? How many times? I mean, I get people have different way of reacting. I prefer people a little bit more off the cuff, but whatever floats your boat. But with your sentiment, then I have to ask you the same thing. How many times did you practice these questions before you posted them up? Huh?
And to complain about and to nitpick and all the little fat jokes you make. Is that what it is? You have to like ponder that while you're playing your little World of Warcraft in your mom's basement? Don't answer that because that's not the question.
Well, now, MB, come on now. Let's not forget, MB. At one point, you're making fun of where people live at. Okay, that's cute. Isn't this the first time you're actually out on your own as an adult? And isn't it true, in order for you to get to the point where you're at financially, didn't you have to mooch off of multiple people's families in order to be where you're at because your family wouldn't take you in? Answer that. And isn't it true that you actually did need staying at home girlfriend nurses, whatever it's called, to wipe your ass because you're too fat and lazy to do it yourself? Huh? It is not a gotcha that you think it is, Amber. Some people do have... I don't know where Jody lives at. I really don't care, but I'm just saying this to say to her. Amber, it doesn't matter where people live at. If he has family that loves him enough, they're willing to help him out financially, who cares if he lives at his family, and who cares what games he plays? Your point was moot right there, Amber. Your point was quite moot there for me.
My question is, you say that you want, the best for me. You want me to go on semaglutide and lose the weight. You say that you're just a reaction channel and you're reacting to just, me as a person. And supposedly I'm just not a good person and all that. But what makes you better? Every 1 minute or 2 minutes, you have a fat joke. A very mean fat joke.
Well, from what I can see, MB, I guess it will make him a better person because I don't think anybody has came out and said that Jody falsely accused them of SA and DV, MB. That's you, honey. That is you. And on the other point, does Jody make fun of her weight every 2 seconds? Like I said, I don't watch him that much, so I don't know. Does he do that for real? I don't know. Somebody let me know if you know.
You are fat phobic and you're fat shaming and your audience eggs it on. What makes you any better than me? You're actively making fun of someone's weight, size, and body for money, for monetization gain.
God, sometimes I do hate defending these people, but MB, you're morbidly obese because that's what makes you money, honey. You made your weight. You monetized your weight. You did it on a public platform. So guess what? It's fair game. People are doing the same thing that you're doing. Why are you upset about it? If you're so upset about it, why not lose the weight? You lose the weight, then they will not have to point out to you that you're morbidly obese. You're almost that fat, honey. Why are you so upset about that? But from what I'm seeing, they're telling the truth.
But yet I'm the bad person. I know you're gonna have a rebuttal. I know you're gonna manipulate your audience. But either way, if you were just reacting, why is it okay to be fat phobic while doing so? Is that because that's all you have? Because I'm not as shitty as you really thought I was and my life isn't as dramatic as you want it to be? So the only...
Well, MB, just because somebody doesn't agree with you, like my Canadian bacon, you two piece in a pot, just because somebody's ridiculing you and critiquing you, it doesn't mean that fat phobic. To just happen to be doing that while you're fat, just because you don't agree with them, it doesn't make them fat phobic.
thing you have is like every other minute making fun of my body and my weight and my size and my issues, that's pretty fucking pathetic if you ask me. And I think it's time you go outside and get a little bit of sun. You're looking a little pale. All right, you guys, I enjoyed this one. I hope that you guys enjoyed. We have one more.
All right, so if you could ask me, you guys, my treat drunk, my MB over here, she's butthurt because she got blocked and booted out of Jody's channel. She was in his live stream. She got booted. She got blocked. I think she wants to be besties with Jody, but she feels rejected by him. Honestly, if you ask me, that's what it is. She wants to be part of the cool kids. So whatever. Really don't care. But I think that's what this is all about. She feels rejected. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys with this one. And if you want to watch all of our questionnaire videos, whatever, go to our channel. Yeah, go to our channel because I wasn't interested in the rest of the questions because, yeah, I could tell MB wrote herself those questions were stupid. But anyways, you guys, that's all I got. I'll catch you in the next one and later. Until the next one, bye.